You're listening to KPFT Houston 90.1 on the dial. If you're down in Galveston, pick us up at 89.5. Our friends in Huntsville, Texas and beyond, 91.9. It is time for Songwriter Studio. I am your host, Tom Tranchilla, and we've got quite a show for you this evening. We're going to start out with an interview with Zack Kibodeaux from Blue Water Highway, followed up by brand new music from Craig Nuttercombe. He has a brand new album out, Limestone Wizard, followed up by brand new music from Petunia and the Vipers, new record called Callin' Me Back. In between our interview with Zack Kibodeaux and the Craig Nuttercombe album, we're going to do a little chatting with Houston Folklore Society's Jim Guild to talk about an upcoming concert that the Houston Folklore Society is sponsoring. Before we get into that, we're going to bring in our guest. On Songwriter Studio, we have Zack Kibodeaux from Blue Water Highway. How you doing, Zack?
Hey, Tom. Thanks for having me. Happy to be here.
Thank you so much for agreeing to an interview. We've got a show coming up here in Houston. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. But you have a brand new record out. Blue Water Highway is the name of the band. And the name of the album is?
Waiting on a Wonder.
Waiting on a Wonder. I stumbled upon you by accident and went to YouTube, found some of your songs, and everything I saw I liked and heard I liked. You have so many influences in your music, and we're going to walk through that a track at a time. But right now, tell the folks where you're at, who's in the current touring band, and a little bit about the background of the band. Go ahead.
Sure. Well, we all live south of Austin now, around San Marcos, Texas. I went to school up here at Texas State University, but I formed the band with a best friend named Greg Essington, and we grew up down in the Brazosport area. So we named the band after the highway that runs from Surfside to Galveston, Blue Water Highway, and run the band now together. And our touring lineup that you'll see at the show will be my cousin Claire Kibodeaux, George Pappas on bass, and then our sometimes drummer Michael Zapata. We formed the band with myself and Greg, and then shortly thereafter, Catherine Clark and Kyle Smith, and the four of us were a band for almost 10 years. And then they married each other, had a couple kids, and we're off the road. But now Catherine still sings on our records, and we're still a close-knit group and family. We just kind of have a revolving tour lineup a little bit. But Greg and myself are the constants.
The new album, Waiting on a Wonder, you sent that to me, luckily. Thank goodness for the miracle of the internet and WAV files. Had a chance to review your new record, which I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, is this your fourth album?
So it's our fifth album of original music. We've got 9 albums, really, because we have Christmas albums and we have live albums and studio albums. But this is the fifth album of original music we have. Being
so close to Houston, I'm surprised that I've not heard of you before, but better late than never.
That's
you
right.
were a runner-up in the Kerrville New Folk competition. Tell us
little
bit about that.
I would say that kicked off our careers in the music business, the artist community, and making connections there, and really gave us a good foothold, a good place where we could have some friends that were, vouched for us, and it was great. We didn't bring home the win, but we did meet a lot of great songwriters, and were inspired to write even better songs after that. That was probably in 2012 or 2013. After that, we started making, I think that's before we even had an album out. So then, after that, we started recording and playing live all over the country. We've toured all around America, overseas a little bit. We're a bit seasoned now.
We're going to get to who you've toured with in a minute, but first I want to open up the opening track of the brand new album, Waiting on a Wonder. Again, this is Blue Water Highway, and we are talking to Zack Kibodeaux. Let's talk a little bit about American Made. This is penned by yourself, Zack. Great harmonies. It's very clear that you pride yourself on these harmonies. They are so clean and so perfect. I just really floored me when I started listening to your music. Excellent slide work on this song. Talk a little bit about that, and who's doing the slide on this track?
This song we kind of imagined as a kind of a Jackson Browne or Tom Petty influence in our version of what that would be. Harmony is a huge part of what we do. We were opera singers in school, myself and Catherine singing on the record, and we took a different direction to get into songwriting land and be in a rock and roll band. But the slide is played by, I believe, a combination of our producer Brian Douglas Phillips out of Austin and the guitar player that we got to play on the record, Jacob Hildebrandt, he's very talented, and he played on that. Brian, the way Brian records, it's the first time we've ever done this at Brian's studio. He's popular for producing acts such as Thomas Chorba and David Ramirez, but he's got himself and a drummer, Fred Monduano, and Jacob, that they have their own little wrecking crew there at his studio, Rattle Trap. And Greg played keys. He's our multi-instrumentalist, so he played some guitar and he played keys, and I played some guitar and sang, and so that's how that worked out.
Let's jump into track number 1, the opening track on Waiting on a Wonder, brand new music, Blue Water Highway.
Even in the good times engine of a true love goes bad. I knew it'd run on forever, never thought more of it. Was just two dyed in the wool, red, white, and blue-blooded. Now left, right, and middle, we don't agree. Hey, maybe it's just me, but we could be the real thing, honey, American made. We're solid as a rock, wider than a Mustang. I don't wanna drink and drive, I don't wanna smoke inside, but honey, we were built just right back in the day. American made. Now we're gonna stare all night at a phone screen, run away from a real fight, another broke down American dream. Once we were tougher than a Second World War plane, B-17, cooler than a young Steve McQueen. Now left, right, and middle, we don't agree. Hey, are you listening? We could be the real thing, honey, American made. We're solid as a rock, wider than a Mustang. I don't wanna drink and drive, I don't wanna smoke inside, but honey, we were built just right back in the day. American made. Yeah, yeah. We used to be the real thing, honey, American made. We're solid as a rock, wider than a Mustang. I don't wanna drink and drive, I don't wanna smoke inside, but honey, we were built just right back in the day. American made. Oh, oh. American made.
Blue Water Highway, brand new music. Name of the new album is Waiting on a Wonder. We're interviewing Zack Kibodeaux, the lead vocalist and frontman for the band, along with Greg Essington, who's his co-writer and longtime bandmate. Thank you so much for joining us on Songwriter Studio. Zack, you've toured with a lot of big names over the years. Bob Seger opened up for, and Reckless Kelly, one of my favorite Texas bands. Johnny Lang, Turnpike Troubadours. The list goes on and on. Tell us what it was like landing these first couple gigs as openers and traveling the country.
Well, we're in a 15-passenger van, so trailing a bus is always a challenge. They can wake up in the next town, but you've got to get into the van and drive yourself and still have enough energy to play the show. But it was blast. Especially Bob Seger, obviously. Our hearts are racing. We got to play for 15 to 20,000 people a couple times. It was an out-of-body experience, let me tell you. But also Reckless Kelly, a huge fan of those guys growing up. Standing backstage, I have my own phone videos of them playing some of my favorite Reckless Kelly songs, and obviously Turnpike. Johnny Lang was amazing, just that guitar, his vocals. Big Head Todd, those guys were so cool, and they've all been really kind to us. We've had nothing but really positive experiences opening those shows, and have gained a lot of fans from it. So those are great experiences.
Austin American Statesman hailed you as one of the best Austin Americana acts, and that had to have been quite an honor considering there are countless musicians and bands out of Austin.
It was. We were fortunate to have that review. Some recognition is nice. These days, it's hard to pigeonhole us, I think, in style. It's helpful for people, I think, if you try to give them an idea of kind of what you are. We like to say it's just good, That's what we hope for. Great. Lately, I've been kind of thinking it's a little bit of cinematic folk rock with Americana soul, or just, American roots music done in a modern way, and that's what we shoot for.
And I made mention not only in my notes, but as to you, your genre is very much crossing into different. You bring pop into Americana, which is very much appreciated today when everything you hear on the radio is electronically produced. Musicians aren't actually playing their instruments. They're added at a later date. Nobody writes their own songs. And you're the full package. You all play the music. You write the songs, and the harmonies are so crisp and clean. It reminds me of the late 60s, 70s bands that did these super clean harmonies.
Sure. That's what we're shooting for. We love all that stuff. We love the band. We love Fleetwood Mac. We love Crosby, Stills and Nash, Simon and Garfunkel. We love all that stuff. And really, the pop element, I think, probably comes from, we love hooks, we love good singing and playing. But we also love it to have a real-life edge to it, and something that you can go back and listen to a bunch. It's got some substance as well, good, solid songwriting, and that's what we're after. And the record itself is the most live record we've ever made. Me and the drummer had to pick in between takes. We had to pick our takes together because there was drum bleed in the vocal microphone. So it is an old-school way of recording it, for sure. So those clean harmonies, that's just us trying to sound as good as possible.
Microphone bleed is a real issue when you're doing live cuts. Let's talk about the second track I've got queued up, Don't Worry. You had mentioned Bob Seger touring with him. This reminds me of a Bob Seger tune. Maybe it's the strumming acoustic guitar early on. The harmonies just make it your own. It's such a clean song. Give the listening audience a little background on Don't Worry.
You definitely get the Seger influence there, for sure. Especially that saxophone there at the end that you hear kind of in the middle and towards the outro. We're definitely conveying that kind of vibe. There's a lot of different kind of themes. Lyrically, thematically, it's embracing kind of re-enchantment, but also like a lot of fun summer songs and summer sounding songs. So don't worry. You're dealing with something like Worry. Who doesn't deal with that? But doing it in a way where it still feels like, man, I'm still going to jam out to this, but it's got to be something I can tap my foot to. And our last record was pretty Southern Gothic and dark. We wanted to contrast that with this record, which is very summery and upbeat, day-driving music,
You've got a lot of saxophone throughout the record. I made note as well on Strawberry Moon. Who's playing the sax on this record?
It's a great saxophone player out of San Marcos named James Rubino. He's a very talented guy, a jazz guy.
Let's listen to Don't Worry off the brand new album, Waiting on a Wonder. This is new music, Blue Water Highway.
Don't worry, hey, you're doing all right. So I tell myself, night. Hey, you're doing alright. But if anyone's asking, you don't look well. You could be a little less uptight. Mind's still racing from the night before. Here comes knocking, beating down the door. And worry, worry all about it. Tie your whole life in knots around it. Worry, worry in the morning. Wake up in the night, just dwell on it all. It'll ruin your day if you allow it. So don't worry about it. Don't worry all about it. I'm doing alright. Oh, if anyone's asking, I was feeling well. Oh, here tonight. Yeah, I was doing alright. I tried a little relaxing. It didn't go well. Now I just feel a little more uptight. Mind's still racing like it was before. Here comes knocking, beating down the door. And worry, worry all about it. Tie your whole life in knots around it. Worry, worry in the morning. Wake up in the night, just dwell on it all. It'll ruin your day if you allow it. So don't worry about it. Don't worry all about it. Don't worry about it. Worry, worry all about it. Tie your whole life in knots around it. Worry, worry in the morning. Wake up in the night, just dwell on it all. It'll ruin your day if you allow it. Let a little sunlight in, you can live without it. So don't worry about it. Don't worry all about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry all about it. Hey.
Don't worry. Brand new music, Blue Water Highway. On the air with me, Zack Kibodeaux, talking about the new record. Great job on that song. Let's jump into track number 3 that I've got queued up. Keep My Mind Off You. Very slowed down. This is almost a beautiful shuttle slide in this. Who's doing the slide work in this?
This is Brian Douglas Phillips, our producer, who's, along with being a well-known producer around Austin, is definitely known for his pedal steel skills. And that was one of the most special moments whenever he laid down that track. He wasn't sure if the record needed steel or not. I think he didn't want to impose himself on it, but I said it would mean a lot to us if you would try it out, and he did. And luckily we got a video of that day, but that was a special memory for me.
You know, I even made mention that it's not in-your-face slide. It's very subtle. It's so well placed, it does the song justice, and that's the whole point.
Totally. Thank you. Yeah, it's really our kind of version of I'm on Fire, by Springsteen,
right?
Maybe mixed in with some Ryan Adams, and it's one of those songs that has that. Tried to make it a beautiful love song, but it also has this undercurrent of passion. So it has an urgency about it, and I love the way it turned out. It's one of my favorite songs on the record.
From the new record, Waiting on a Wonder, this is Keep My Mind Off You.
Well, the moon is out on the road, and I could drive all night in the cold, and it's warm inside, something in my blood. I pull the truck on in to the house, see the sun come up, hear the sounds, the city's waking up. I'm still dreaming of last night. I can't keep my mind off you. There's a hook in my heart, oh honey, when you pull me to you. There might as well be nobody else in the room. I can't keep my mind off you. I can't keep my mind off you. Baby, I'm on fire, going down on a Catherine wheel, spin around. Come wake me up, 'cause I've been burning up all night. I can't keep my mind off you. There's a hook in my heart, oh honey, when you pull me to you. There might as well be nobody else in the room. I can't keep my mind off you. I can't keep my mind off you.
Keep My Mind Off You. What a beautiful ballad. I love that song. The rhythm, the timing is just so attractive to the ear. My compliments.
Thanks so much.
Let's talk a little bit about Summertime. The next track we've got queued up. This has got a little bit of that Blackwater Doobie Brother influence on it. Acoustic guitar, even a little banjo you added in this one. Who's doing the banjo work?
Yes, well, that would be the multi-instrumentalist Greg Essington. So he played keys on this when we tracked it live, and then he's overdubbed banjo as well.
You know, you had mentioned that you and Greg have been playing together for years, and it's no wonder the guy plays so many instruments and is so tasteful. It just works.
It does, and Greg and I are best buds in and out of the band, and we first met in high school, Brazoswood High School down in the Brazosport area, and he played Billy Joel's Piano Man with piano and harmonica and everything, and I immediately ran to go get lessons. You know, I was already a singer, but I said I have to do that, you know, and I also have to figure out how to be friends with this guy. And many years later, here we are.
From the new album, Waiting on a Wonder, this is Summertime.
Ooh, honey, kick it on back. It's cool in the river, let your feet get wet. Ooh, honey, it would be fine to walk in the water with your hand in mine. Where the sun's up in the willow, there's a catfish on the line. Can you hear the bluebirds singing? Ain't no need to keep the time. So if you wanna stop the clocks, it'll be alright. Smash them all on the rocks by the riverside. Ooh, honey, kick it on back. It's cool in the river, let your feet get wet. Ooh, honey, it would be fine to walk in the water with your hand in mine. Leave your hurry far behind. We're on summertime. city. It's so hard to rest your mind, but the living here is easy. Do you well to just unwind? So if you wanna stop the clocks, it'll be alright. Smash them all on the rocks by the riverside. Ooh, honey, kick it on back. It's cool in the river, let your feet get wet. Ooh, honey, it would be fine to walk in the water with your hand in mine. Leave your hurry far behind. We're on summertime. We're on summertime. Oh, my love, one of these mornings with a song you're gonna write. Till that day, nothing will harm you. So now, baby, don't you cry. Don't cry. Ooh, honey, kick it on back. It's cool in the river, let your feet get wet. Ooh, honey, it would be fine to walk in the water with your hand in mine. Ooh, honey, kick it on back. It's cool in the river, let your feet get wet. Ooh, honey, it would be fine to walk in the water with your hand in mine. Ooh, honey, kick it on back. Let your feet get wet. Ooh, honey, it would be fine to walk in the water with your hand in mine. Leave your hurry far behind. But we're on summertime. We're on summertime.
Summertime, new music off of Waiting on a Wonder. We have got Zack Kibodeaux, our guest on Songwriter Studio. You're coming to town. Give the folks a little information on that, Zack.
So we're playing at Coffee House Live. It'll be at St. Andrew's Presbyterian Church. I think that's off Buffalo Speedway. I think the show starts at 7:30 on September 11th.
Great venue. I've been there numerous times myself. You've got several music shows, concerts per month going on there. Jim Gill hosts the Houston Folklore and Music Society shows there, second Saturdays as well, too. So the folks, if they've not been there, are in for a treat.
Yeah, come on out to see us. We love our live shows just as much as we love our recordings, and so you can hear those harmonies live, and it's a whole different ball game there.
Let's talk about Heart Problems. This is written by the bass player, is that right, Kyle?
So I wrote it with the bass player before he got off the road. Although we wrote it over the phone, and still the only song we've written that way. But he called me, and I listened to it, and I said, I love it. I'll see if I can put some lyrics and see if it conjures up a world to me, and it did. I put some lyrics to it and a melody. We went back and forth, lengthen this spot, maybe change the key, fix this chord here. And then we had a song, we had a demo, and we made it just like that. It's pretty cool what you can do with technology these days. And so then we were able to bring that demo in, show it to the producer, and we were able to track it, there in the studio. But it was a fun way to write a song.
It's pretty obvious that the bass player, with Kyle having a lot of influence on it, because the song actually starts with a bass guitar, and that is very unusual. You usually hear the guitar, 6-string electric acoustic, or keyboard starting in it, but not in this case. It was a great placement of the bass guitar in the intro.
Yes, for sure. There's his influence there.
Let's listen to that track right now. Waiting on a Wonder, the name of the new record. This is Heart Problems.
I don't dream anymore, I'm asleep. talk about love. That's reason enough. I don't wanna call a doctor, it'll waste my time. I want you on the line. Can you help me? Can you help me? I was fine till the moment you left me, but now I got heart problems. Can you tell me? Will you tell me just how long can a body go on without you? Yeah, I'm crawling on the bottom. I got heart problems. And I don't wanna call a doctor, it'll waste my time. I want you on the line. Oh, can you help me? Can you help me? I was fine till the moment you left me, but now I got heart problems. Can you tell me? Will you tell me just how long can a body go on without you? Yeah, I'm crawling on the bottom. I got heart problems. I got heart problems.
As stated in the lyrics, Heart Problems. Great song. Thank you so much for an excellent interview. Zack Kibodeaux has been our guest on Songwriter Studio. We've got time for one more song. We are going to play the title track, Waiting on a Wonder. But first, why don't you give these folks some of your information, social media, how they can check your schedule to see when you're coming to town. Go ahead, Zack.
Yeah, so go ahead and check our website at bluewaterhighwayband.com, and it's got all of our tour dates. And also, we're on all the social media, very active on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok, YouTube. Check us out there. And we're playing at Coffee House Live on September 11th. The show starts at 7:30. It's St. Andrew's Presbyterian Church. We'd love to see you there.
Thank you so much for being our guest on Songwriter Studio. We're going to go out with Waiting on a Wonder, the title track, with Zack himself on harmonica. But first, Jim Gill from the Houston Folklore Society, followed by, we're going to be playing tracks off of Craig Nuttercomb's brand new album, Limestone Wizard, followed up by Petunia and the Vipers off their new record, Calling Me Back. Once again, this is Blue Water Highway, Waiting on a Wonder. Thank you so much, Zack.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, the dreams a boy can carry, and he step up to the plate. And all the fireworks come after when it's getting late. See the lightning bugs in summer, hear a song on the radio, the pull of victory and comfort, running on home. Look along a beam of light, you're never alone. Waiting on a wonder for the big break to finally come along. Chance to love, standing tall, Tear the cover off the ball, see the sun shine, breaking through the thunder, waiting on a wonder. All the things a man can carry in a soul or a suitcase. Travel all around the world now, looking for your face. And I have followed you forever, didn't even know your name. Only glimpses in the crowd in the middle of a game. When I step out of the dark under the lights, it's always the same. Waiting on a wonder for the big break to finally come along. Chance to love, standing tall, tear the cover off the ball, see the sun shine, breaking through the thunder, waiting on a wonder, waiting on a wonder.
Big thanks to Zack Kibodeaux for that great interview. Up next, as promised, I've got new music from Craig Nuttercombe and Petunia and the Vipers. But before we get to that, I've got our good friend Jim Gill on the phone going to talk about the Houston Folklore and Music Society's upcoming show. Jim, welcome to the show again.
Great to have you have me.
Tell us a little bit about who you got coming on and where it's at. Go ahead.
Okay, well, we've been on Sunday nights at St. Andrew's Presbyterian Church, but we're moving back to our traditional second Saturday night, September 13th, with Butch Morgan and Jack Motley. And we're going to be in a different venue. We're going to be in a room called The Annex. That'll seat 60 or so folks. And so it'll be like a house concert with parking. So we're going to have a song swap with Jack and with Butch. They're both well-known performers from the Kerrville Folk Festival. Jack has always had a camp called Camp on This, and Butch is often invited to play on the main stage. I've heard him many times demonstrate the guitar that's being raffled off. Out of all the people they could pick to play, they get Butch to come up and show that guitar off on the main stage. They're good friends. One is from Edna, Texas, and the other is from Divine, Texas. And they're going to come to Houston this one night to play for us, the Houston Folklore and Music Society.
What's the date on that?
It's on the 13th of September from 7 to 9. The church is at 5308 Buffalo Speedway, 5308 Rutgers at Bissonnet. It will take you to the building that's closest, right across the street from Channel 13.
I've seen Butch Morgan and Jack at the Kerrville Festival playing in various circles many times over the years. It certainly will be an entertaining evening. Jim, you've
Yes.
taken over the booking for the Houston Folklore and Music Society. How's that coming out?
Doing well. We're pretty much booked all the way through 2026.
Oh, fantastic. You're doing a great job and took over the reins. It's a lot of responsibilities, and you agreed to take over and doing a bang-up job, keeping the monthly concert series going strong, and thank you for that.
You're welcome. It's a pleasure. I really enjoy it. Hope to see you come on out. Donations are appreciated, but there's no ticket sales to speak of. You just come on and sit down and enjoy.
Great venue. I've been to the church before. You've certainly brought many musicians in to St. Andrews. Thanks for doing what you're doing, Jim.
Of course.
Hope to see you soon. Again, Butch Morgan, Jack Motley, September 13th at St. Andrews.
See you there.
Up next, as promised, brand new music by Craig Nuttycombe. You might remember him from the duo of the 70s, Lambert and Nuttycombe. I've got his brand new album, Limestone Wizard, in front of me here. I'm going to be playing a few tracks off of this, starting out with the opening track, Green Shoes. Again, brand new music, Craig Nuttycombe, the opening track.
Everyone I see, they all seem to be crazy about my green shoes, wild about my green shoes. Walking down the street, half the folks I meet, they say, where'd you get them green shoes? Wild about them green. I say I bought them on a lark, but they seem to cause a spark. Never thought that I could be so cool, but now I know much better. I'm a natural born trendsetter in my green shoes. They started in New Zealand, caught on cause they're appealing. Subtle but they're snazzy, cool and kinda jazzy. So they hopped the freight to these United States, and now they're getting trendy, known as eco-friendly. I bought them on a lark, but they seem to cause a spark. I never thought that I could be this cool, but now I know much better. I'm a natural born trendsetter in my green shoes. Then Alberts came along, they said, we like your song, it's clever and it's funny, we'd like to offer money, we'll set you up with Babs, she does all our ads, she's charming and she's real, she's the real deal. Now somewhere in the Goshen's, Babs and I, we swam an ocean, dove down deep and found a love so true. I find it strange, I find it funny, how I finally found my honey, thanks to green shoes. I find it strange, I find it funny, how I finally found my honey, thanks to green shoes. Now everyone we see, they all seem to be crazy about our green shoes.
Craig Nuttycombe, quirky little song off of Limestone Wizard, Green Shoes. Up next, I've got one more track I want to play off of this. Name of this next track is She. Brand new music, Craig Nuttycombe.
She walks just like this. She talks just like this. It's the words that flow and the way they go and the way she very rarely ever misses a beat. She moves with such grace. She puts me in my place. But in such a way I understand that all I gots to be is who I am. I was always was always trying to redirect the flow. But now I see, with help from she, the river knows just where it needs to go. She makes me strong. She fills me with song. And the best part is when she joins in and sings me to a place I've never been. I've never been. I've never been. I've never.
Craig Nuttycombe, name of that track, She, following up his documentary about his life, A Portrait of Craig Nuttycombe. Up next on Songwriter Studio, I have a brand new album from Petunia and the Vipers. The name of their new record, Calling Me Back. I've got several tracks lined up and ready to go for you. We're going to start out with the opening track, Cindy Lou, off of Calling Me Back, Petunia and the Vipers.
My little heart go, 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 go. Cindy Lou, she's my midnight gal. She come a rocking to me in the midnight hour. Come a quarter to two while she got the fire. Cindy Lou, she's my midnight gal. Holding hands, the moon all high, the thrill that it sends. Kiss me as the days go by. Give my beauty a day, the little rope-a-dope-dope. Cindy Lou, she's my midnight gal. Damn.
Petunia and the Vipers from Callin' Me Back. Opening track, Cindy Lou. Little New Orleans style jazz. This is a British Columbia band. And I am going to jump into the next track I've got queued up. Track called Billy the Kid.
had he taken the lives of all who ever crossed him. He's gonna ferry you out for the low down thing that you ever done. That he will see you out. Vengeance, they say. Well, it's a sweet day. It's victory. Cavalry's telling me to cease my fire while allowing the enemy to burn me down. Governor's telling me to lay away all of my guns and to come to town. You got a nerve with your class and your power to call this any kind of justice. Must think I'm a fool, but I promise you, you better watch out. You better watch your back. Have you ever been accused before and you felt like you never done it? Have you ever known a rage so wild and afraid that you might become it? 'Cause you're angry and you got no one to lean on or call a friend. Don't cross me, I say. On high ground, I'll be lying, and I'll shoot you down. How can any good man stand and watch while his good pals all get laid so low by the hands of a crooked nature with the crooked long men on his side? It ain't right, Billy said, and only one thing does me good. Mine's men eat slave. I fall asleep when I'm surrounded. Recall the sun was low when the judge your sentence he read. You're gonna hang by the neck, my son, until you did. Quick, like that, Billy said, and you can go to hell. You speak this swine aloud from the jail he brought to Maria. His only love. Pat Garrett came a snooping around in Maria's place and he'd hide out on his ex-pal Billy in wait, lurking in the shadows. You might say it was in cold blood when he laid poor Billy down. He was shot down cold. He's pretty down. Well, it was no good. It was on the wind. Some say in the dead of night in the hills of Mexico, you can see a lone gun rider singing as he goes. Some say a hero, some still say criminal. Some say he was never shot down cold. Still riding on me.
Billy the Kid, brand new music. Petunia and the Vipers, the album Calling Me Back. Thank you all so much for joining me on Songwriter Studio this week. Thanks to Zack, Kibodeaux for that great interview. They will be coming to Coffee House Live with Blue Water Highway. Please stick around. Up next, Pan African Journal with our friend Akua. Please be safe. be kind. I'm going to go out with one more track from Petunia and the Vipers, Calling Me Back. Until next week, Tom Tranchilla.
Take a trip through your memories, take a stroll down Lover's Lane. One by one and painful, them tears are falling again. How can you ask me how I feel? I feel like dropping and sinking down to the bottom of the sea. Calling me back. Why am I lonesome? Tell me, what can I do? When days turn to night, babe, well, I'm left with thoughts of you. I'm caught in my own nightmare, well, I'm caught in my own trap. I hear you over and over saying never coming back. Calling me back. Go on, tell me lies. Well, I like it, that's what I say. This revealing to my mind, things ain't never gonna change.